Hi, my dear YouTubers. Just here to talk to you about the Master Cleanse. I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm just here to talk to you about my personal experiences, things that I've dealt with, a little bit of how to do it, certain things that I've done, and things that I've discovered about doing the Master Cleanse, and a little bit of advice to give you. First, I want to say that if you're considering doing the Master Cleanse, I highly suggest that you read blogs and watch people's videos so that you can understand what you're about to experience. It's very difficult. It's mostly in your head. You're going to be fighting with yourself. Things are going to come up. There's going to be events. People are going to want you to go out to the club. People are going to want you to go to dinner. People are going to want you to come to parties to their house. You might go out to the movies. You might go watch movies at someone's house like I'm about to do. You're going to want to eat. It's just food is everywhere. That's everything that we do. It's really, really difficult to say no. So you have to really want this for yourself or you're going to want to quit. So read blogs. Read blogs. And I understand that people think you're crazy if you're doing 10 days without food. But just remember that there's 365 days in 1 year. That alone, 10 days is nothing. 10 days is nothing. And think about at your job how quick the 10 days or 14 days from pay period to pay period are. It flies by. You always say to yourself, or at least I say to myself, where the hell did the past 2 weeks go? I always feel like I just got a paycheck. Did I say watch videos? Watch videos on YouTube about what other people are putting up with, things that they've dealt with. Also, again, multiply how many years you've been living by 365, and that's roughly how many days you've lived. It's about time you give your dietary system a good break. Your body spends most of its time digesting food. I think it's 90% of your energy is used digesting food. So it's good to give your body a break considering all the preservatives and alcohol and everything that we consume nowadays. So that's that. Sorry, I have notes. I'm trying to stay organized, but my notes aren't organized. Okay, so you make this lemon mix and you're going to use grade B maple syrup. There's a difference between grade A and grade B. I think it's just the flavor. I'm not really sure about the difference in mineral consistency and whatnot, but I know that grade B is what's required for this. I know that some people have done it with grade A because grade B is difficult to find. But anyway, you use 2 tablespoons of that. Organic lemon juice. You can also do lime juice. Sometimes I get bored with just lemon. I mix it up and add a little bit of lime in there. And then cayenne pepper. I think it's 1/10 of a teaspoon. I love spicy stuff, so I just throw it in there. I make a whole mixture, usually a whole day's worth. Sometimes I don't even finish it, or maybe I'll even do more than the 1 day's dose. You also are going to do this lovely thing called the saltwater flush. It's terrifying your first time. It's disgusting, but it's a huge part, unless you're doing like colonics, of the Master Cleanse. I also do psyllium husks and bentonite together. I mix them in a shake. I know you're probably not supposed to do this, but I use a little bit of this. Shakeology. I love Shakeology. It's delicious. So it's a nice little break and it fills you up. But I mix a little bit of a packet with some water and ice to mask the flavor of this stuff. It's not that good. When you're not doing the cleanse, you can mix it with orange juice. I guess on the cleanse, you're supposed to just mix it with water. I can honestly say I've never really researched too much about this stuff, but it will, the bentonite takes toxins out of your intestines and all that stuff. It's almost like a magnet. And the psyllium husks are a form of fiber, so they also kind of clean out your intestines. And I'm sorry if you subscribed to me because you thought I was going to make cool videos and you would continue thinking I was inhuman. But this is what the Master Cleanse is. There's a lot of time spent in the bathroom. Then there's this. You have Smooth Move that you drink every night. They have regular flavor and chocolate. I've switched to the chocolate recently just because I got sick of the regular, and this actually tastes better to me. It doesn't taste like chocolate at all. Maybe if I put sugar in it, which I can't, maybe it would. I don't know what they put in it to make it taste better, but that's that. Okay, I'm experiencing really bad dry mouth right now and a white tongue, of course. Don't chew gum. There's chemicals in it, unless, I don't know, maybe you could chew mint leaves and spit them out or something. I don't really have any advice about the way your mouth tastes, kind of metally. Oh, I'm doing wheatgrass powder as well, or shots. It depends if I can actually get somewhere that has shots. Here in Miami, for whatever reason, it's impossible to find wheatgrass shots somewhere. I don't know why. There's juice bars and they don't have wheatgrass. If anybody knows of one, that would be amazing for you to let me know. The reason I'm doing the wheatgrass is because your hair grows using silica and proteins, or it's made of silica. I just read somewhere that if you do wheatgrass, you're not going to lose as much hair during the Master Cleanse, which I experienced the first time. It was terrifying. I was horrified of ever doing the Master Cleanse again. But because of the euphoric and spiritual properties of doing the cleanse, I'm kind of addicted to doing it. I only do it once a year, maybe twice at the most, or if I'm really, really ill, I'll do it because it will take away your illness, sometimes make it worse and then better. A lot of people do the Master Cleanse for weight loss, which is fine. You're not going to lose 20 pounds and keep it off. You might lose 20 pounds and gain 15 of it back if you go to a healthy lifestyle of eating. But if you go back to the same way that you were eating prior to the Master Cleanse, chances are you're going to gain weight back and then some, because it slows down your metabolism. But from my experience, you don't want to eat fried food or any junk. It's almost like a reset to your eating habits. Besides that, you have extreme euphoria from this and lots of energy, and it's a very spiritual experience. I always tell everybody that I know that is curious or confused about what to do with their lives to try the Master Cleanse, because any questions that you might have about your life, it's almost like you take food out of the equation, which food is a great thing that we use, just like shopping or alcohol or sex, whatever, to mask emotions that we're dealing with or feelings that we don't want to feel. So when you're questioning things in your life because you're confused about a move that you might want to make or something like that, Master Cleanse is a great way to kind of push the food aside, get deep down with yourself, and just deal with the emotions and figure out what your next move is going to be. And if you don't think you can feel it, you can feel your feelings or deal with the emotions that are going to come up, you're probably going to want to quit. I always tell myself that I'm a butterfly and I'm going to emerge from my cocoon every time I do this, because when you have those doubts and those moments of wanting to just end it and start eating again, you have to remind yourself of why you're doing it. So aside from reading the blogs and watching the videos every day, knowing that at the end of this all, you're going to be a different person, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. And the 10 days goes so fast. Right now I'm on my 3rd day. So what I'm doing is I'm telling myself the 3 days that just passed flew by. So all I have to do is that same cycle again 3 more times plus 1 more day, and it's going to be done. And I can do that. I can do it. You're also going to have dreams. They're so funny because I had a dream that I ate apple strudel last night. You're going to have dreams that you're cheating, and they're very vivid. And in your dream, you're almost going to be angry at yourself. I kept telling myself in my dream last night that it was flaky or something. So it wasn't cheating. I was trying to convince myself that I was all right and that I could go back tomorrow and start on my 3rd day and be fine. Tomorrow meaning today. But I've also found a huge way to keep yourself from cheating, aside from doing it with somebody else, is to talk about food. Talk about food. Like, talk about it as much as you possibly can to almost make your mind believe that you ate it. It's very satisfying. I once talked about food with my friend the first time I did it for about 4 hours straight. We were talking about mozzarella sticks and everything. You literally make yourself crazy. You're not hungry physically at all. I know that's really hard to believe, but your stomach isn't growling. If you feel like you might get hungry, just drink some of the concoction and you're good. Also, the saltwater flush fills you up greatly, and so does the psyllium and bentonite if you decide to do it. It really, really does. You're going to find that you're not going to need to sleep that much. You're probably going to wake up, if you're used to waking up at 10 o'clock in the morning, you're going to wake up at 8 or 7 and be wide awake and ready to start your day and excited about it. You're going to want to clean your house. You're going to want to clean your car. You're going to want to do your nails beautifully if you don't usually take care of them, or just fix stuff. You're going to want everything around you to feel as good as you do on the inside. It's a really amazing experience, and I highly suggest to try it at least once in your life. You'll never know if you don't try. If you can't do the full 10 days, it's all right to do 5 or 3. I've read many things where people have done 3 and 5 day cleanses. I suggest prior to doing that you ease into it by maybe doing a raw or just vegan diet for a week or so that you're already cleaning toxins out prior to starting the cleanse, so that the 5 days are almost like doing around 8 days or so, if that makes any sense. You have to drink a ton of water. I also suggest doing either sauna visits, getting massages, or doing Epsom salt baths, which I do every day. And follow that again with tons of water. It might give you the craziest headache, which is what happened to me 2 nights ago. It gave me the craziest headache, and I woke up yesterday in a fog. I couldn't even communicate with people properly at work. I was just almost like hungover all day. That's all I can think of right now. I'll come back and check in with you guys in about 4 days and tell you how I'm doing, and maybe let you know some things that are going on in my life, and let you know what answers I came to, or I don't know. We'll see what happens. But if anyone out there has any questions, or if you want to understand certain things about it, anything, ask me any questions, and I'm here for you. And for my makeup friends out there, if you are curious about my eyeliner, I wore it to work the other night and got lots of compliments. I think it was a special edition, or like it wasn't held at MAC for very long, but it's called Float On By, and it came in this packaging, and it looks like that. It's just a beautiful teal color. Yeah, I use that. So enjoy your day, stay warm. I hope everybody's enjoying the first week of 2012, and there's lots out there to happen, so I'll see you later. Bye.